Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your morning send off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So, today we're going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you have too much to do. So, if you are feeling like you have too much to do, you might not even be here at Rise and Receive because you think, I don't have time for Rise and Receive. But if you happen to join me today because the topic spoke to you or you stumbled upon it, or you're watching this later on in the recorded form, I invite you to take today's message to bring a sense of power, a sense of peace, a new wisdom and insight so that you can unlearn the struggle that comes with feeling like you have too much to do. So, as I do each morning, I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck and I let it inspire a message, because on each card of the Receive card deck, there is a receiving principle that is illuminated. And then we have a willingness mantra at the end, which is designed to activate the power of invitation. So today's card is Soothe Your Powerlessness. Soothe your powerlessness. So I'm actually going to read the whole card, and you can take this message and apply it to whatever area of life that you might be feeling like you have too much to do. You can also expand it into anywhere that you feel powerless. And a lot of people are responding to current events with that feeling of powerlessness. So I think you're going to like today's message. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am passionate about teaching people how to receive. Because receiving is a very tangible, real-world skill set. Unfortunately, most of us don't know how to do it. What we know how to do in terms of a real-world skill set is how to take a lot of action and do a lot of problem solving. So we engage the mind and we engage our action and our activity, and we work really hard. And then when we don't have what we want, when we're still pursuing our goals and we're feeling frustrated and like we're struggling, what do? We work even harder, because we don't know that there's actually a balance to the doing model of power, which is what I just described. And we have available to us the being model of power, which is the heart and soul of receiving. So when you know how to receive, then you can welcome in all that life has to offer. There's so much kindness, joy, abundance, fulfillment, prosperity, peace, well-being, but you have to make a space for it. So we're going to talk about how that applies to today. Making a space when you have too much to do, when it's the last thing in the world that you think you have, is space. Space for you, space for what you want to do versus what you have to do. It's a very powerless, frustrating feeling. So sit back, let these words wash over you. And the other day I was listening to my own Rise and Receive, and I was reminded, and I want to reinforce this for you. You might want to close your eyes, because it can be really distracting to look at me, and you can really let the words go in deeper. And just let the words wash over you and receive whatever you need today. So if you feel like you have too much to do, if you're feeling powerless in any particular way, then just receive this message. So today's card is Soothe Your Powerlessness. Take a deep breath. That lets you shift from thinking to feeling, from doing to being, from the mind to the body when you breathe. Your struggle with feeling powerless when you want to control something. Let me start over again. You struggle with feeling powerless when you want to control something beyond your control. And yet much of life is beyond your control. You can't control other people's thoughts, feelings, actions, and choices. You can't control the weather, the economy, or current events. You can't control life or death. And contrary to popular misunderstanding, you can't control the thoughts and feelings that arise in your awareness. While you can't control life, you can respond to it. And the one thing you can control is how you direct your awareness. Give your attention to things that make you feel bad, and you will feel bad. Give your attention to things that make you feel good, and you will feel good. Next time you feel powerless, notice, pause, and breathe. Then pay attention to how you are seeking power. So I want to highlight one word here that we're going to unpack in a moment. The word is pause, the power of pause. Next time you feel powerless over having so much to do, too much to do, notice, pause, and breathe. Then pay attention to how you are seeking power. If your mind is asking a question that begins with, how do I? Chances are good you want to control another person or situation. Instead, shift your question to, where do I have power here? Listen, look, and follow the insights you receive. As you reclaim your free will to choose what receives your attention, you shift from powerlessness to power. So, that's the card's message, and here is your willingness mantra for the day. I am willing to feel connected to my true power under all conditions. I am willing to feel connected to my true power under all conditions. So, if you feel like you have too much to do and you feel powerless around that, then practice pause. All of your power lies in your ability to notice rather than just being swept up in the current of, I have too much to do, do, run. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about the over-reliance on the doing model of power. It becomes so automatic. When you are in over-functioning, overdoing mode, that becomes like this force that has a gravitational pull, and it really is like a vortex that pulls you in. And in any given moment, you can simply notice that you're in the vortex, that you're in the flow, that you're being pulled under by all of this stuff that you have to do. Just pause. Take a breath. Practice pause, and in that pausing and breathing, you've now created a space. And your power is not in doing more or working harder. Your power is in that space of awareness and how you're directing your attention. If you pause and notice, what's usually happening in your attention and your awareness is, I have too much to do, I can't get it all done, I'm so busy, not enough time. Not only is your body taking over in a whole bunch of activity, but your consciousness, which creates your reality, is focused on lack of time, lack of support, not enough. And so your consciousness creates your reality, and I guarantee you, you will feel and experience more of that. More lack of time, more lack of support, more busyness. But if you open up the space of awareness, and then you ask yourself, where do I have power here? Just that question will start to direct your attention to where you have power. You might realize that just with that moment of breath, that there's something that you're pushing to make happen that you can actually let go. That there's a deadline you've given yourself that actually isn't something that is urgent or has to be met. That there's somebody that you can call and say, hey, can you help me out with this? Okay? There's so much that can become available to you. Lack, so true. Liking this, making me aware. Thanks, Colette. I think I actually thought you were saying something else. I wanted to make sure. I'm glad this is resonating for you. So yes, that space really illuminates at the gravitational force of being pulled into lack. Okay? And when there's space, all of a sudden, you can receive something new. I talk a lot about space. You cannot receive if there's no space in which to receive. And awareness is the key to everything. So you can ask yourself, where do I have power here? You can invite more or better than the current situation. So you can use this mantra. Take that breath. After you pause, I am willing to feel connected to my true power under all conditions. And if you just keep saying that mantra to yourself, you will start to experience power in little ways, in big ways. Things will come in. The power of your consciousness is everything. It is the cause of every effect in your life. So I hope that this is helpful. It's simple, it's short, but it is really, really powerful. And I like to keep it that way because all you need to practice is noticing. Notice, pause when you feel like you have too much to do. Breathe, and then invite clarity. Okay, how am I powerful here? All right. So if this was helpful, please like, please share, please click the red button on YouTube to subscribe if you'd like to be notified of when I release videos. And also, if you want to take some next steps with these receive cards or learn how to open up a space by literally training the muscle of awareness and spaciousness 15 minutes a day so it becomes more natural and more automatic, check out the links that I've included above and below. You can sign up for the early bird list for the cards, which are coming out very soon at receivecarddeck.com. Get your own Receive Card Deck. And if you want to explore a 15-minute a day challenge called the Start Receiving Now 30-Day Challenge, go to receivechallenge.com. You will get an email from me every day with a micro teaching that will guide you. And all you need to do is create 15 minutes a day. This is going to be space for you, 15 minutes a day, and you get to experience receiving right now. So have a great day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.